Welcome back. So far, we've helped you pinpoint exactly what you'd like to say and how. You've gathered the necessary gear, filmed your video, created a final edit, and uploaded it to your YouTube channel. For those of us who want to grow an audience online for our content, now's the time to start connecting. In this video, we'll discuss some constructive ways you can connect to people both around the world and even in your own neighborhood to share your content with. Today's topic: the audience. Now that you've got some content to share, you may be asking yourself, well, how do I tell people about it? There are many factors that go into creating a popular YouTube channel. Let's discuss a few. The first place to look online is social media. There are many platforms available, and we suggest that you start with the platforms you're already involved in and are familiar with. This will give you a jump start on sharing your videos with people, as you've already got a built-in audience there through friends and followers, and it will also make it more efficient to share your content because you most likely already know how to. If you've never had an online social media account, we suggest doing a web search for top 10 social media sites and start with one of those. As hundreds of YouTube instructional videos regarding growing an audience will tell you, engaging with your audience is key. Just sending out an invitation to watch your video isn't enough. To grow an audience, you must be diligent in responding to comments on any platforms you're on. This constant engagement can pay off exponentially in the long run as people join social media platforms for connection. Remember this whenever you're sending out invitations to view your content, and follow up with those who respond. A few things to remember. When it comes to social media, the first word in that phrase is much more important than the last. Social is what it's all about. With this in mind, don't limit yourself to announcing your video releases only once. It's easy to get lost in the feed of social media platforms, so we suggest sending out invites at least a few strategic times. These times will vary based on platform and time zone, so do your research to find out which times are most optimal for you to share. Something else to keep in mind when on social media is that you shouldn't limit yourself to only one platform. Often, your audience members-to-be will be involved on multiple platforms, and having a presence on more than one can only benefit you. When sharing on social media, don't stick only to talking about your videos. Audiences today are savvy, and they've become accustomed to feeling as though they truly know the person whose content they're viewing and supporting. It's certainly all right to adjust exactly what you share, but things you choose to share should be authentically you. Authenticity will be more satisfying and successful for you, as well as more enjoyable and attractive to your audience. This approach will lead to finding the right quality of people to take in your content. A focus on finding those who truly appreciate the content you're creating will lead to a long and fruitful relationship with them. Never underestimate word of mouth. People share the things they like with others. This can happen not only online, but simply between two friends having coffee. As you go about your normal day, if a focus of yours is growing an audience, don't be afraid to reach out and tell someone right in front of you about your channel and invite them to view it. What have you got to lose? If they like it, they'll tell their friends. If your content isn't for them, they simply won't say anything. Opportunities abound if you pay attention. As we mentioned in our last video, the consistency of your video releases cannot be understated. People are much more likely to subscribe to and follow a YouTuber who releases a video every week like clockwork than someone who haphazardly puts up 2 pieces of content one week and doesn't upload anything until a few months later. Many YouTubers have concentrated times of creating multiple videos, but still stagger their release dates to hit their weekly or daily goals. This can really help you as a creator be able to do things like go on a vacation or get sick, or even sometimes take a break just to recharge from heavy creating without your YouTube channel being adversely affected by lack of content uploaded. Another thing most audiences are looking for is a large amount of content. Obviously, we all have to start somewhere, but the reason we've encouraged you to remain consistent is because success can be bolstered by the amount of content you offer, and this will build over time when you're consistent. Don't be fooled though. A bunch of content that isn't any good shouldn't be your goal either. This is just one of many steps that help create success on YouTube. Be sure to take in all of these ideas as a whole and think of them as one overarching plan, and you should do well. It's a big world out there, and YouTube has proven that with enough consistency, authenticity, and engagement, there's an audience for most everyone. Finding your audience takes tenacity, perseverance, and consistency. We wish you the best in your YouTube journey, and remember, just like anything else we strive to succeed in, the most important thing to do is start.